Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the 10th session of Sonia's Kitchen. For those who don't know me, I'm Dr. Sonia Verma. I'm working as a consultant anesthetist at Medway Maritime Hospital. I've called today's menu as Menopause Menu. I contacted Sharon Griffin and Jenny Chong, and they are doing a great a bit of event in the field of menopause. So I asked them if I can do some cooking sessions based on the research that I have done about the menopause menu. And they said that was very nice, and they encouraged me to do this. I'm sure the ones who are watching me today, you have all done a bit of research about the food that is recommended for menopause. So as we go along, we shall discuss more about it. Without further ado, I think I'll carry on with the cooking now. So as I first said in the recipes, it's going to be cooking the curry masala today. So I have prepared that in the blender as I have written in the recipe. So I've added the tomatoes first and then go the onion and ginger garlic and give it a good swirl. And in the blender now I've got the mixture that is ready to start cooking. So I'm going to make it like this now so everybody can see the cooker. Turn the gas on and I'm going to add in some oil. From my masala box, which is a little box which has got all the ingredients that usually I need for my cooking. I'm going to wait for the oil to get warm a little bit, and then you can see it becomes runny. I'm going to add the cumin now and wait for it to start spluttering. So now my gas is on medium and I've got the oil and the cumin has started spluttering. I'm going to add the masala mixture that is in the blender. I didn't add any water to it because then it takes longer for it to cook and it splutters everywhere. So take all of it out. So this is all that it says in the menu. That's exactly what I've added over here. So from the recipe, you can see that there is onion, ginger, garlic, and tomatoes that I've added into this. And this is a very fine paste, and I'm going to wait for it to cook. So it starts spluttering usually, so we're going to cover it and give it about 10 minutes, but keep looking at it in between. In the meantime, because we've got loads of things that we have to do today, I'm going to go on to the chopper and we are going to make the avocado chutney, or I call it the avocado dip. It's same thing like the guacamole, but you're going to have an Indian twist to it. So luckily the avocados are nice and ripe. So that is always a big dilemma when you're going to open up an avocado as to what will you find in it. But today they're good. So I'm going to scoop it all out and it's ready and going into my little blend, into the chopper. So I've got two medium-sized avocados here. And just scoop out the whole thing. I didn't want to do it before because, as you know, it can go a little bit brown in color. Right, so we've got the avocado all out. I'm going to add now some ginger. These are just pieces of ginger. and then some green chilies, which I've cut a little while ago, and some coriander, and definitely some lemon juice, and some salt. Let me just check if I've missed anything on the recipe that I've sent out. So avocado, green chili, lemon juice, salt, coriander, ginger. If you want, you can add garlic. I'm not a big fan of that for this special dish. So let's give it a little swirl. So there you go. This is the Indian guacamole, and I promise you will really love it. Add as much salt as you want, a lemon, or grind it a little bit more fine if you want, but this is really nice. I love this guacamole. So let's go back and have a quick look at the masala that's cooking. I need to put on my apron, otherwise I'll spoil my pretty dress. And there you go. So you can see it started changing color. The edges are definitely looking different, and that's why you need to mix it so that it's cooking everywhere equally. While it's doing that, I'm going to now cook the brown onion, and this one we're going to make it dry. So you can eat it like a starter or with tea, or just serve it as a separate dish. So moving on, I hope you have all got your recipes out like what I have done. I printed them all out. So the ones that I've used today are these from the tin. They're called kala chana or black chana or chickpeas or the brown chickpeas. I'm going to add first some oil again. In this dish, you will notice I've not added any ginger garlic or onion or any tomatoes. And we make this dish in the Indian cuisine for special occasions like a puja, like a festival, where some people don't like having ginger garlic or onions in it. And it's a very special dish. And my kids know that when it's that particular festival, mom is going to make it. So let's see how to do it. Yeah, this is looking good, but it's not ready under any circumstances. Right, so I've got some oil in here, and I'm going to wait for the oil to warm up. Now, again, I'll bring out my masala box, and I'm going to add everything that goes in from here, plus a little bit more. So I've got the cumin going in. I'm going to slow it down because I don't want this to get burned. And then I'm going to add the curry leaves. These are dry curry leaves, and I keep a bit of them in the fridge. And whenever I go to the market, I bring them and I add it to my little container, and they don't get spoiled. So let's mix this. You can see my spatulas have all gone discolored because I'm using all the time turmeric and other red chili, so I spoil my spatulas, but that's all right. So once they start warming up a bit, I need to add now my green chilies in it. The green chilies are just going to give some bit of flavor to this dish, so it's all right. You can always take it out at the end before serving it to the children. Now I'm going to add in my coriander powder and the red chili powder, and just let it cook a little bit in the oil. And now I'm going to add the garam masala and some cumin powder. So this gives a nice flavor to this dish. Let's add some lemon juice now so that it mixes it all up and also helps it to cook. Instead of adding water, I've just done this. And I'm now got the chickpeas which I drained and I've washed it, and I'm adding them in here and give it a good mix. I'm doing it from down up and just mix it properly. Add some salt. I always add salt last so that I don't get any water that is coming out in the dish. And I definitely want to add some of this amchur powder. This is the dry mango powder, and it gives a good flavor to this dish. And that's it. You need to add some green coriander on the top and cover it for a little while just to cook in the steam. If you see, the black chickpeas are actually quite soft, and you can eat it just like that. You can add it to your salad or anything, but this is a good dish and it comes out quite nice. So let's look at our masala again. This is looking better, but it's still not ready. We need to wait for the water to dry out a bit more. So now I'm going to let it cook without the lid because it's not spluttering everywhere. Otherwise, it goes and splutters on the side of the gas on the stove. So I don't like that. So now it's not spluttering so much, and that is looking better. So while that is cooking, I just thought we'll have a little well-being break. So in my prologue, I had referred on to the movie Frozen. That was for a particular reason. In 2013, the Disney movie Frozen was released. My daughter was 7 years old at that time, and I brought her the CD with all the songs in it. In the car, we were playing it all the time, and I mean it all the time. And both of us used to sing along to the songs. I especially got in love with this song, Let It Go. It was so catchy and a lovely tune. One day, my mood was in the dumps. Low down, really, really negative thoughts, and I was feeling so sorry for myself. I think we were going to a swimming lesson, so my daughter was very excited. As usual, when I got in the car, she said, "Mom, let's put the music on." So there we go. The very first song came on. Let it go, let it go. But that day, I wasn't singing. I was just listening. I was listening to every word the singer was saying. Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. This became like a ping moment in my life. And actually, what she was telling me is exactly what I needed to do at that very moment. I needed to let it go. I had to let go of my past. I wanted to let go of my ego, of all my desires, of all my negative thoughts. And it made me think, why am I holding on to all the baggage of the things that I cannot change? I need to learn to accept them and move on. So let it go. I need to be grateful for what I have at the present. Remember, present is like a present, a gift. Enjoy it to the fullest because this moment is not going to come again. I started to relax in the car, and at the end of the trip, I was singing again. It's the little things in life that matter most for me and my family. So let's all look at this little song again with a different perspective. And coming back to the cooker, it's looking much better now. The color has changed and it's coming together. You can see a little bit of oil granules that are coming out on the side. The oil is kind of floating in the masala. That is a good end point to what we say is the cooking of the masala that is happening properly. And this dish is looking very nice. I'm going to taste to see if the salt is okay, which it is. I turn the gas off, cover it, let it cook in the steam. Right. So that's done. So this can go away on the side now. In this, at this point, I'm going to add some more ghee. Now, ghee is a very nice ingredient in the Indian cooking. It brings out a lot of taste. It's very fatty, so you should not add a lot of it, but it definitely adds flavor to your cooking. In this, I'm going to also add now all the dry masalas. So coriander powder, red chili powder, garam masala, and a bit of turmeric. What I don't have in the box is my cumin powder. So that's going out from here. I still haven't added any salt because salt will just leave all the water from the masala and it doesn't get it cooked properly. So this is now looking like a very good mixture. As I said before, you can actually store this in the fridge for about a week without it getting spoiled, and you can cook another dish on this later on. You can also freeze it in little boxes, and it is cooked nicely now. So next time when you need it, just take out a little bit and you add whatever you are cooking. It could be chicken, it could be meat, it could be fish, it could be vegetable, anything. So I'll put the kettle on first. I'm going to use this same masala to cook the other 3 dishes. So I've got soya chunks, which I had soaked it in boiling hot water, squeezed it. So now there is no water in these. And I've got the soya mince, which I had done the same thing. I put warm water and I let it soak for a little while. Again, drained it all out. So let's start first with the soya nuggets. So putting that in this other saucepan, I'm going to add this and I'm going to add the soya chunks, and I want to add some potatoes to this curry. So it gives a bit of carbs and it's giving you all the protein. So it's a good combination. Now let's mix it all together. So using the same masala, now I'm going to add it to some chickpeas. So then it'll become a chickpea curry. Yeah, mix it all together so the chickpeas get covered with it. Going to add boiling hot water in both of them. Not a lot, just enough. In this one, I want the potatoes to get cooked. So you need some water for that. And this will be like a running curry. So you can add a bit more water. And chickpeas, I don't like it very runny. But if you're going to serve it with rice, you can add as much water as you want. Now, on top of this, I'm going to add in both of them some more garam masala. And now I can add my salt in it. So in the chickpeas, I quite like this chana masala. It can be of any company, but it's a good one and it gives a nice flavor to the whole dish. So I'm going to add some coriander now, and then also at the end when we're going to serve to the to your family. So this is looking okay. All we need now is to cover it and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. I hope it's all clear at the moment. I know it is being recorded, so people can view it later on and then pass me your comments or whatever suggestions you have. So for the final dish of the soya mince, let's add a little bit of water to this masala. It's gone quite dry. And the reason I add boiling water is because then the temperature of the ingredients that you're cooking is same with that of the water that you're pouring in. Otherwise, sometimes they say that the dish, especially meat, is going to not cook all that well if you add cold water on it. So here goes the soya mince. Mix it, and I've got some frozen peas. This dish is again like one of the very favorite ones that I cook with actually any kind of mince. It could be lamb mince or chicken mince, and I do the same thing, that you cook the mince first, make your masala, then add that in there, and then add the peas on top. So I like to add some more water in it so that it will now cook in with all the ingredients of the masala going inside the soya mince. And you can add a little bit more of garam masala. For me, this other one called Kitchen King is another very special Indian masala. And you don't have to get it, but if you have started cooking, then bring this. And in most of your vegetarian dishes, you can add this. And it gives a nice flavor to the whole thing. Garam masala is also a very strong one, but this Kitchen King makes the flavor come up even more. So let's cover it, and that's it. So they will be cooking on the cooker for about 10 minutes, and I think all the dishes will come out okay. Before we go on to the yogurt mixtures, I think we should look at the way in which to cook the semia or the vermicelli. Semia is basically like spaghetti. It is very thin spaghetti. It can be made out of rice or from the wheat flour. The ones that we get in this country, I like to bring the slight brownish one from the Indian shop, which is looking like this. Now, some people say that they should actually fry it in a little bit of ghee before you do it, or dry roast it. But I found that these ones, the taste is not very different if I make it either that way or I just put it in boiling hot milk. So let's see how I'll be cooking this. So I'm going to take away the mince and soya. It's doing all right. That's all already cooked because it was so easy to do. The soya mince was soft and it's already done it. And I just added some peas on top. So in a saucepan, which is a heavy one with a heavy bottom, I'm going to add some milk in this. So when you look at the menu for menopause, what should be eaten? They say everything that's got phytoestrogen in there. And chickpeas and soya have got a lot of it. They also say that the dairy products are very good. So that's why I thought I will introduce some new things that we are cooking with the Indian cuisine that I haven't seen with the English menu that people are serving this very often. So let's bring the milk to boil. And I'm going to add at this time some saffron in the milk, which I have put it in a little bowl. I put a few strands of saffron and I microwaved it for 30 seconds. And you come up with a wonderful smell and a nice flavor of saffron milk. So let's add a little bit in here now. And yeah, it's coming to a boil. And I want to add the vermicelli. So the way I would do this is take a little bowl and right. So if you look at it, I've got some of it in from the packet and I'm now crushing it with my fingers to make it like a little powder like thing. It's gone into very, very small pieces. And the milk is boiling or is about to come to a boil. So I'm going to take a few more strands in here. And crush it with my hands. So in the milk, I'm going to add this. Always start adding with little and you can add more. I also need to add some, this is a cardamom powder that I made in the morning. Smells wonderful. I've just opened the box and the whole smell of cardamom is here. I crushed it or I grinded it with a little bit of sugar in there. Then it's easy for the cardamom to get into a nice fine powder. You don't need much, so that's done. And I've got this little box here, which has got crushed almonds, pistachios, saffron, and more of my green cardamoms. So that gives a fantastic flavor to this. Now today I'm using the full fat milk, so I'm not going to add the evaporated milk in here. But if I had the semi or the low fat milk, I would have added the evaporated milk in here. And also instead of sugar, you can add condensed milk. That gives a very nice flavor to this and kids love it. So depending on how much sugar you like, you can add sugar in here and again as per your taste. So what is happening is the vermicelli is now getting cooked. So if you can see while I'm stirring it, I can see the brown strands of vermicelli and they are coming up nicely. I think I'll add a little bit more, but not too much. You want the strands to be floating in the milk. Yeah, not a lot, not a lot. Yes, now I can see them floating and we will leave them on the gas for a little bit longer, maybe 5 minutes or so. And in the meantime, let's go over here and look at our flavored yogurt. How are we going to make that? So I've got Greek yogurt over here and I'm going to add the mango pulp from this tin. And the idea of adding the mango pulp is it's a lovely orange color and your yogurt should go to the same color as that of this yogurt. So add it slowly, little by little. In my research, I found that the dairy products is very good. So this is another flavor of yogurt that you can find it in the market, but you can make it on your own. And you can add the mango pulp as much as you want or as little as you want. I love it. I love this mango flavor yogurt, and this is one of my favorite ones. There we go. It's all ready. Now, with the remaining of this mango pulp, as I've written in there, you can make with the vanilla ice cream, make some mango kulfi or mango ice cream. And that's easy. Take the vanilla ice cream and let it defrost. Put it in the blender and add this mango pulp in there. And that's it. All done. So this is your mango flavored yogurt, which is ready. Now let's look at the other one, which is again plain Greek yogurt, and I'm going to add my cardamom powder in here. So this is a very exotic dish. It is called Shrikhand in India, especially in Bombay. The Maharashtrians, they love this, and they will have it with a very nice puri, the small little fried chapatis, or I've demonstrated it before in another class, and I'm going to add some nuts to it. So I'm just going to crush some almond, pistachio, and some cashews. So they're coarse, and I've definitely got the powdered one here as well. So I'm going to add some of the powdered one, and remember to add sugar again. So sugar you can add as per your taste. There we go. This is a very, very nice exotic dish. To make your kulfi ice cream, which is of pistachio and ground cardamoms, you again do the same thing to vanilla ice cream and add everything that we have just added in the yogurt. These are very good dishes which are useful for dairy products for your change for the menopause, that you want to eat the dairy products. I think that the other things that I found out which were good for menopause, because I'm suffering from it too, so I've had to do a lot of research on it. It was these seeds, that what I have done is combine them all in a big jar. It's not a jar of cashews, it's just some seeds that I have put in all together. It's linseed, chia seeds, sunflower seeds, anything that's good for you. And I take 1 teaspoon of this and add it in my cereal every morning. So again, you're having good ingredients. And in the cereal, try adding fruits, fresh fruits instead of sugar. So you can add some berries, strawberries. At the moment, you're getting so much raspberry, blueberry, everything. When it is out of season, get the frozen bag. And you can do the same thing. I never miss my berries all year round. So let's have a look at the semia again. There we go. So now it is thick and you can see it floating on the top. This can be served warm, or you can leave it in the fridge and you can serve it cold. Remember that when you are going to serve it later on, it will thicken up a little bit more. So I need to turn off the gas now and let it cool down. It is going to thicken up, and that is the yummy flavor of this dish. And it's very nice. It's one of the favorite, again, made every day, or you can make it on occasions and festivals. And that's what we'll end up doing. So I think we have learned all the dishes that were there in today. If you want to ask any more questions, feel free and write to me on the NHS email, sonia.verma@nhs.com. But I want to thank you all for listening and for watching it. I hope you enjoy your cooking and have lots of fun. I've got my lunch ready now, and I'll see you all some other day. Take care. Bye.